What's up, guys? We're gonna roll beats today. I'm gonna be showing you guys how to finish your beats. If you guys haven't subbed already, I'll turn presumption to do so. This does help it a lot. Let's hop right into it. So in the last video, I showed you guys how to make these melodies, and I'll just play them one more time through. And this one. All right, so in this video, what we're gonna do is finish everything else. So I'll load up some sounds and everything. So if you want to follow along all the way through, I suggest you go watch that last video and either make a melody with me, or you can just copy it, copy the melody that I put here. So first thing we're gonna do is go ahead and I'm gonna go through like the sound selection, and we can just add sounds one by one. All right, so I'm just gonna use the second melody we made for this. All right, so I'm gonna give y'all some tips on how to actually pick the sounds. So what I like to do is actually mimic the sounds I already have. So here we have like a piano or like a key. And what I did was, when I went to expand, I tried to find a sound that was a key or something like that, that was kind of like a piano. And this is the sound I picked. All right, now it doesn't sound like a piano, right? But it has that element, and I made it thin because I don't want it clashing with the lower frequencies that the piano is already given out, right? So I just wanted to support it. And doing this is going to actually make everything sound like one melody, rather than it's like on like single instruments playing at the same time. You want it to sound like one whole thing. So with this bell, or it's like a pad-ish bell. Same thing here. I just picked a thin version of it, I guess. Right. So let's go ahead and start adding. So what we could do is just use the same chord actually. So let's just take this, copy it. And this is an easy way to add counter melodies. So you can just take these, I'm gonna Control D, and you can just probably delete that. Let's just spread them out. And due to the sound, I don't really need to add much right here. I'm gonna just keep it going. Let's do the second one, and we could do something a little bit crazy on this one. Let's steal from our own melody. So I'm gonna take this. So I kind of want a little flam. So I'm gonna take this thing right here, and we can copy it down. Now you don't have to do this. I'm just trying to show y'all the easiest way possible to create a beat and counter melodies without even like having to think or trial and error. You know, you have to try this note, try that note. Like this is stuff that works every time. So I just play this. Let's turn the velocity up. I'm gonna copy this over. I'm sure y'all get the point by now. So I'm gonna just offset these so it's not the exact same. Offset it. All right, and it's that simple. We built this without doing nothing. We pretty much just stole from this the whole time, right? But it works. All right. All right, so after a long time of searching through kits, I finally found some little chops that I want to use for this. So I found a little guitar. It was kind of like a mid to thin sound, so I thought this would fit perfect for this. And then I found this ARP. Now I'm not sure if I want to use it because it's kind of too much a little bit, but I'm gonna try to use it. All right, and then all I did was just add these reverse effects in here. So if you want to find good samples for arcade and get all of the content, I suggest you go to search, go to samples, and then you'll get all of the content. So what I noticed is with these kits, a lot of these are chopped up and you don't get the full content out of it. So I'm gonna actually use this way from now on. So I'm gonna just show you what this sounds like with show you everything. All right, so I'm gonna probably use that on the hook. So there's that, and let's go ahead and add our 808. All right, so finally we can go ahead and finish the beat. So what I'm gonna do is take this bottom part, all right, and then I'm gonna Control D, pull this up, and now we can kind of play around. I'm actually and I'm gonna just play with the octaves a bit, just make it a little bit more interesting rather than just normal little 808 pattern. Put it. Matter of fact, let's have a little bit more fun. Try something like pull it back. Copy this to the kick. Take some stuff out. Kick down here. Pull this down an octave and listen to what it sounds like. Okay, I like that. I'm gonna probably have to fix it up a little bit, but I like that. Let's go ahead and add our claps. Okay, so now we're gonna do the drums, and I went ahead and added the clap. So since we have a lot of sounds here, probably should have picked a lot less, but you know, it is what it is. What I'm gonna do is actually simplify each one so they add up to, you know, be a more complex pattern. So with the hi-hats, I'm gonna just right click and just throw some in right there. And I'm gonna just copy this twice. And I know I can add probably like drops. But we have so many perks to where I don't want it to be over cluttered with hi-hat chops and stuff. So I'm gonna add this. I don't wanna outplay it. Let me see. This, throw this in. And then with these, like the snare stuff, I like to play around with the bass. So I want to put something right before this drop because it's like a low drop. All right, so let me see, maybe this pattern. Okay, I think I kind of like the rest right. It's not repeating every time. So I'm gonna play the whole beat and then we can go into doing like the cinematic structure. So here's the whole beat. All right, not bad. I like that. So let's go ahead and get to the structure. All right, so let's start the structure, and I want to do something more universal on this one. So for the intro, about 8 bars is good. So what I like to do is just use the first sound I started with, so piano, and then halfway through you can just add in any of these like accents or sounds that you. I'm gonna just use this one. right? So nowadays, actually, there's usually like an 8-bar verse before the hook comes in. All right, so with this, I want to keep the energy low. I don't want to make it sound like a hook, so I'm gonna take out a lot of these sounds. I'm gonna take out all the drums except the basic ones and no bass. Right. Right, and obviously you can add whatever you want, but I'm just kind of giving you a guide. Set this up. So now we have the pre-hook. Now I'm not sure if these terms are correct, but I just use the pre-hook as like a low energy form of the actual hook. So to do that, I'm gonna keep everything but take out my 2 high energy sounds, which is like guitar and this other sound we added. So now we could just add like something. Doesn't really. Right, sounds like a hook, but we know what the whole beat sounds like. So as we pull up here, this will be the second part of the hook. All right, so there's some audio issues in this video. I don't know why, but in this part, I'm just explaining that if it's too long, like, so in this is 27 seconds. So if your hook is too long and you want it shorter, you can use 3 blocks instead of 4. So instead of using 16 bars for a hook, you can just use 12 bars, right? And then now I'm just showing just how to structure out the verse. You can just pull little things over and delete stuff. It's just random. So now what I would want to do is just copy everything over, right? And then you can just manipulate things. Now, if this is a 1-person song where there's no, feature, I would just shorten up that second verse to 8 bars and just manipulate it a little bit differently and then put that outro on the end. So that's pretty much what I was explaining. All right, so I went ahead and did some things off air, like render it. I muted the parts that I rendered just so you can see where I decided to actually bounce down melody. And I added an outro because I plan on putting this RC20 at the end, just so it's like, give it some character. So these are the presets I use for this melody. On bar, this is pretty much like gross beat, RC20, the emulator. Y'all see me use these before, so got the bakes. And this is important. This low to mid, high mid cutoff is important when you add this many effects. So it's rappable. So I'll play it. All right, and then this is with the beat. Right, and I really like the vibe that it's made, so this is why I replaced it with our regular melodies. All right, so next up, after all this and the level and the panning, I just added some looperator, and this is just random. I just pick random ones because I just want to show y'all something as far as like doing too much. Because what a lot of people do is they try to impress producers rather than the artists. And when you add too many of these like gross beat effects and stuff, it makes it hard to catch the beat or the rhythm. So that's very important for the rapper. So you don't want to add too much. And I used to do this too. I should try to make my beat the best with all the switch ups, but really that just hurt me in the end. So just adding a few is good. So I just usually go verse by verse. So each verse I'll probably just add 1 or just a slight one. Right, and then I just let the beat play, let the hook play, and then over here, maybe going into the verse, I can maybe add this, and then I don't know. We could try putting the RC20 here. Maybe that'll sound good. Right, just experimenting a little bit. Let's kind of go back out. Let's see what it sounds like. All right, not bad. All right, now there's just something personal that I like. So some people may not like something like that, but again, it's all up to you. This is the creative part of it. No one can really teach you this. It's just what you want to do. So Okay, I like that. So to end this, I'm gonna just maybe pull this up so that just give it a feel like it's ending, or you can actually right click up here and fade it out. But I stopped doing that. I don't really like doing that no more. But that's it for the structure. All right, so hopefully this video helped you out. If you followed along all the way through from both videos, hopefully you learned something from this. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.